many battles and trials I've had to face. There's so many miles.
Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it is, whenever time that you're watching this video. I hope you're having a great day. I'm looking at the time right here. I'm not going to take up a lot of time. I'm hoping it's going to be a short. I have a time sometimes to make it short. But I just come on today to give you an encouraging word. I want to talk for just a few things from this book I've got, The Treasury of Quotes by Jim Rohn. And I want to quote some on influence and association. I got a call yesterday, and I found out that I lost another one of my family members, a girl cousin of mine. She was 59 years old, and I had already lost a couple of years ago. I've already lost a brother, and he was also 59 years old. And my cousin and I, the one that called me, she asked me a question. She said, "Carl, what's happening? What's going on with the family?" And I got to thinking about that thing. You know, the Bartholomews, that's who I am on my dad's side. We're a strong people. We have a long lifeline. Everyone that died pretty much on the Bartholomew side has been pushing 90 or had made it into the 90s. My grandfather was 94 or fixing to be 95 years old when he passed away. And my dad, he was a drinker and a smoker, but he had quit drinking and smoking 20 years prior from his death, but he lived another 18 or 20 years, and emphysema got him. So the Bartholomews are dying off. And she said, "What's going on?" And well, like I said, I got to thinking about it, and a lot of it has to do, I think, with influence. And let me read a couple quotes from this little bitty book I have right here. He says, the first quote, don't join an easy crowd. Don't join an easy crowd because you won't grow. And that makes so much sense. If you join an easy crowd, you join a crowd that is going to influence you, you're just going to go along with whatever they do. You're never going to grow. But he says, go where the expectations and the demands to perform are high. That's what you need to do. Be more of an influencer, a teacher, more than just a follower. In other words, be a leader more than a follower. Not saying you have to lead on everything, but you don't want to just go along with whatever comes. You know, they're saying what comes, what may. I can't remember exactly how that's quoted. Come what may. In other words, it is what it is. You can't change it. Just gotta go along with it. Well, that's not true. You can change it. And that's what this is all about. Then it says, there are two parts to influence. Two parts. First, he says influence is powerful. And influence is a powerful thing. If you're influencing someone to do something or to go somewhere, I'm hoping that it's a good, positive influence, that it's going to have a good outcome on their life. I would hope. It says, and second, it's subtle. So influence is powerful, but yet it's subtle. Not pushy, not demanding. See what I'm saying? But subtle. I guess you would say you influence because you want them to have a good experience, or or you see someone that looks like they might be maybe going down the wrong road, and you want to influence them to the point where it'll make their life on the long run a better life to live. Come on, somebody. Then he says here, he said, you must constantly ask yourself these questions. This is very important. You have to ask yourself constantly these questions. Who am I around? What are they doing to me? That's a very important question. Who are you hanging around, and what are they doing to me, or what kind of influence are they having in my life? What have they got me reading? What kind of literature are you reading these days because of the influences that you've been hanging around? What have they got me saying? Has your vocabulary changed? Are you talking as smart as you used to? And I say that not saying to be smart, but what I'm saying is, are you using the 4-letter words and the different type of words that mean one thing, but we've made it to mean something else? If you know what I'm trying to say this as subtle as I can without just blurting it out, because I'm not going to say some of the choice words that some people have, that they can use more intelligent words than what they're using. I'm going to leave it at there. Amen. I'm going to leave it there. Where do they have me going? Have I changed the places that I used to hang out? Am I going to different places that's got a different type of influence on me? What do they have me thinking? Has my train of thought changed? Am I thinking more negative than I used to think? Am I not as positive as I used to think? Do I see the dark cloud more than the sunshine in my life anymore? You know what I'm saying? Do you see the dark side of life more than you see the bright side of life? I mean, how am I thinking now? Doom, gloom, despair, and agony on me? Have you gotten that far yet? And most important, he says, what do they have me becoming? What am I becoming since I've been influenced by this certain group that I've been hanging out with? So then you have to ask yourself the big question. Is it okay? Am I okay with what I've become? Am I okay with it? All these other questions that you just ask yourself, are you okay with the outcome of it? I mean, I'm 63 years old now. I'm retired. And I have to ask myself that question. Am I okay with what I've become in my life? 63 years of life, going on 64 in May. So, am I okay with that? There's one more I want to read. Then I'm going to hush. One more. That let the views of others educate and inform you. I'm going to read that one more time. It says, let the views of others educate and inform me. So when someone is giving you their point of view on something, or you have a conversation on I don't like to talk about politics and stuff, but you're talking about different things, the upcoming presidential election, whatever it might be, and their views, are you letting them educate you and inform you on what kind of person they are? You know? Then it says, but let your decision be a product of your own conclusion. And I'm going to stop right there. Let it be your own conclusion. What have I become? Am I happy with what I've become? Am I happy with the decisions that I'm making now? I might not be happy on the decisions I've made before. I might not be that happy on the decisions I've made in the past. But have I corrected those decisions, or am I making better decisions now? Am I hanging around a better crowd now? Now, if the crowd you're hanging around now has had a positive impact on your life, then you don't need to change who you're hanging out with. You know what I'm saying? If they're having a good impact on you now, then why change? If you like where you're at now, if you like your life the way it's turned out now, then I don't see where there should be hardly any change that you need to make. But I know on the job I had, every year I had to comment on if I got whatever percentage raise I got, if I got promoted or whatever it might be. And I had to, one of the things I had to write down was, how did I think I could improve in my job performance? And there was always room for improvement. In life, and I'm going to stop here, in life, there's always room for improvement. Whether it's changing who you hang out with, or changing what you read, or changing where you go, or whatever the case might be, there's always room for improvement. I see where I can improve in a lot of ways, and I'm working on it now. And well, I'm gonna leave it at that. So like I said, I just come to encourage you today. I didn't come to preach. I didn't come to point fingers, because every time if I point fingers at anyone, remember, these 3 fingers is always pointing back at me. So I can't judge, I can't point fingers, but I can encourage you. I can try to be a good influence in your life, and that's what I'm trying to do. So I'm hoping that this little message that I have today of encouragement encourages you in some way. If you need to change, maybe it'll help you make some changes. But this, believe it or not, it's this right here, The Treasury of Quotes. I'll put it up closer, by Jim Rohn. It's a good little book. It's some good quotes in there, and it'll make you think, like what I just read. It'll make you think. So I hope this encouraged you. So go, be an encouragement, being a good influencer, and help someone today, or help someone tomorrow, or just be happy. Until next time, this is Carl Bartholomew, and I hope you have a great day.
Many battles and trials I've had to face. There's so many miles left to run in this race.